Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. And if you're new here and a possible future subscriber, my name is Ramon and I'm glad that you're joining us. In today's video, I'm going to show you step by step how I created this beautiful kitchen backsplash. But first, let's go back to past Ramon as he's going to show us all the tools he used for this project. And the tools that we're going to be using for this backsplash are these right here. We have our spacers that I bought at Lowe's, and these are 1/8 inch spacers. And also over here we got the great Type 1. This is what we're going to use to hold the tile to the wall. And obviously we have our tile right here. Also, when buying your tile for your backsplash or for any tile work, any kind of work, just make sure you get at least 10% more than what you actually need, because stuff happens and it's better to have extras than not having enough when in the middle of tiling. We have our trusty sponge for grouting. This is what we'll essentially use to clean the tile off after applying the grout on there. We have our grout float. This is what we'll use to apply the actual grout, which we'll talk more on later on in this video. And then we have our ceramic tile file. This is just stuff to get the edges so they're not too sharp for us and whatnot. All right, now right here we have our trowel, a notched trowel. This is what we'll use to spread the adhesive over here. I got this one specifically because this is what it was recommended. All right, moving on to this. Yeah, this is a laser leveler from Bosch. This cost around 50 bucks, and you'll see how this comes in handy later on, man. This is crazy good. All right, and this here we have our trusty tile saw. This will be good for cutting those little edges and cutting some parts of the tile off that would be hard to get to. Moving on, we have our grout. We decided to go with a white grout, although that looks off-white. But this will work perfectly for what we need. Then we have some nippers right here. This is just another cutting tool, which I probably don't even need. And then we have this beast right here. This is a tile cutter that we'll use to basically cut the tile in half, or cut other pieces off. And you'll see how this comes in handy versus the tile saw over here. All right, I know that was a lot, but that's all the tool I'll be using today. Let's get in the kitchen. All right, y'all, so I already prepped the area. We had a bunch of stuff on the counters, like appliances and whatnot, knives. You got rid of all that stuff. I actually took the outlet covers off the outlets. What I'm gonna do now is just go ahead and actually remove the outlets from the wall, because the outlet's gonna have to sit on top of the tile, which I'm a little nervous about, but we'll get it done. So let's get the ball rolling. All right, guys, so the laser leveler I talked about a while ago is actually set up right here on this tripod. And if you're gonna get this, it costs around 50 bucks on Amazon. I'll leave a link up in the description. But yeah, make sure you get a good tripod, because it took me a minute to really maneuver this so it's leveled with the wall. And you can see right here, this is dead center with the wall. I took the measurement and made a little mark right there, and that's where I'm going to be starting the tiling process. I'm going to be starting from the center and then work my way that way. But yeah, you can see right here that this is not that level either, because if you notice over here, you can see the laser almost right on top of this, but over here it's sitting slightly above. That means this whole area is just not level. But we'll figure out a workaround for that. Yeah, and then for the tile, the pattern that we decided to go with looks something like this. So basically, yeah, this is what we're gonna go with. This is what we want. I know there are some other patterns out there where you just go like this. This is not something we liked. I watched a video on YouTube and the guy was saying that this is the modern way of doing it now, but I'm not sure about that. Yeah, I don't know. Maybe we should do this.
I like this one better.
No. Okay. All right, real quick, guys. I did not have any coverings for my counter. I'm gonna get bags for that stuff. Unfortunately, the trash bags aren't here yet, so I'm gonna risk it. You know, but advice for you: go ahead and put something and cover up your precious counters, because you would not want to get this stuff on there, especially the grout, and have it get dried up, because it's gonna be a lot to clean off. All right. So now, let's go. I always wanted to do that. Okay, so I'm basically just wiping off all the excess right now. Trying to spread it over more areas. Oh, uh-oh. I know all the tile professionals are gonna be commenting and telling me what whack job I'm doing right now, but guess what? I know I'm doing a wacky job, okay? I know. I don't need you to tell me. But go ahead, tell me. You guys have any tips and tricks to share with me, actually? Please, go ahead. Go ahead, because I don't think I'm doing this right. But we'll see. Right, baby?
Yes. It'll be too late, but yes.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and put the first style on there while maintaining, and following the lasers. When putting tile on, don't try to guess the spacing before. Just go ahead and put it on like this. And then basically push the tile away from the grout lines. Because what I guess happens is when you push it away, instead of trying to force it together, that glue will build up and start to peel out or come out, and then you have to clean the lines out, which no one really wants to do. Let me see if I can explain in this one. So if you put it if you start out here and then your grout line is too big, you have to push it inwards. That's going to cause a buildup because we have so much adhesive on the back end of it. So what you do is start real close, just like this, and then move it away, kind of like that. I'm gonna go grab the spacers now. And when you're doing your spacers, you don't want to go crazy with them. All you need is just one on basically each corner. So we'll do one right here. That's good. We'll do another one. Oh, right there. Squeeze this puppy back in. Okay, okay,
Oh,
all right,
nice.
all right. Nice.
Aren't they supposed to be like
Just kind of moving away.
stacked?
Oh.
Like shipped?
Okay. Well, see, that's why I have a wife. You should get you one if you don't have one. Cause look, your boy here is already messing up. Jeez Louise. So this style is 11 3/4. So half of 11 is 5.5, 5.5, 5.5, and between 5/8. 5.5. And I'm using permanent marker to mark this. Reason why is because, you know, you can mark that, wipe it right off. All right, I'm gonna match this center line. This line right here. And put it over there. Start close to it, yeah. Put down, there you go. And then put it on the wall. And then you're gonna force it up a little bit. Stopping in real quick to thank the sponsor of today's video. And the sponsor of today's video is me. If you would like to support the sponsor of this video, why don't you go ahead and hit that subscribe button and that like button so this video can get to many others out there who is trying to build a backsplash like you and I. Thank you, peace out, back to your video. All right, real quick, guys. A hard lesson I just learned is that when applying your adhesive, just go ahead and apply it to the entire area while you still have a chance. Because now what I'm tasked with is getting more adhesive all the way up here, but my trowel won't be able to fit. It's like that, and so I'm not able to apply the adhesive up there. So what I've decided to do is use a paintbrush that I had and just apply it this way. I think this thing is starting to dry, baby. So we're gonna have a different problem to deal with. And I realized I put too much on, so it's actually starting to dry before I get to put the rest of the tile on. And I know I won't be able to put it on real quick because I'm gonna have to cut tile for up here and have to cut for this area as well. Gotta cut around these outlets. So I'm just gonna scrape it off. We have a lot to go around. Hopefully by me making these mistakes, it can help you to not make them with your project. So you're welcome. right, y'all, so I forgot to tell y'all about this. This is basically the trim that I'll be putting on each side of the backsplash, just so I don't have the tile just hanging out there bare. This would kind of just, you know, tie it all together. So yeah, I got this from Lowe's. Cost around $32 or something like that. It's ridiculous, but it's whatever. Alright, you guys, it's the end of day one, which is basically the hardest part of this project. We got a lot done. We put up all the tiles, and you know, I have to say it took a lot. It took a lot. It took around 8 hours to complete. Yeah, we made a lot of mistakes. By we, I mean me. I made a crap ton of mistakes, you know, but I learned a lot as well. So the next time I'm doing this, I know I'll be able to do a better job. I didn't have all the tools I needed. I thought I did, but I didn't. I needed a grinder, and I also needed a chop cut tile saw, or whatever it's called. That would have helped me a lot better to cut around these plugs. Cutting around these outlets, it was a disaster. And I'll show you these imperfections. I have a plan that I'll be using to remedy them, you know, that would essentially hide them. You'd have to go real close to really see it. So we'll see how it turns out. But yeah, my wife needs to cook. I gotta get this kitchen cleaned up. So see y'all in the morning. Now I'm gonna take this knife to basically clean the grout lines out. Just have this simple knife. I think I'll actually use this part, use this to clean the grout lines out. Before you start applying the grout, just go ahead and damp your sponge and just wipe over it a little bit, making the area and the surface just a little damp, not too crazy. All right, so let's do that real quick. And then when applying the grout, you're gonna want to go at a 45-degree angle, not straight up, but at a 45-degree angle, so you get the grout right into the grout lines. All right. And it's gonna get messy. It's all a part of the process. I'm not gonna lie, this thing had me worried here for a second, because it felt like it was getting hard really quickly. And I guess I should have. All right, guys, I'm not sure how much of that you saw, but did the camera just stop recording? The camera just stopped recording, and I couldn't stop to check if it was recording because this thing dries like that. So I went over it with a sponge to wipe off the excess grout. And quick note, when you're doing this, wipe off as much as you can with the float rather than leave it for the sponge, because it wasn't hard, it was just a little bit more tedious because you have to constantly go over that one area or the multiple areas that you didn't clean up properly with the float with the sponge. So just bear that in mind. And also, like I said, this thing dries super quick. So literally, as soon as I got through grouting all this stuff, I had to start over with the sponge and start wiping it off because that thing just it was drying so quickly. So that's a good takeaway. Definitely cover your countertops, man. Definitely do that. You should see my floor right now. My wife is probably gonna kill me. Alrighty guys, this is our kitchen backsplash. I am very happy with it. My wife is very happy with it. It turned out a lot better than I anticipated. Although there are some minor issues that we'll need to take a look at. What I'm gonna do is go ahead and run a light strip underneath the counters to cover up those gaps where the cabinet meets the tile. Once I do that and have some kind of light control for it, I think it will look phenomenal. I can't wait. I'm excited and I'm very happy. If you're still here, this is a keyword I want you to drop in the comment section. Drop "let's go" with 3 O's. Not 1, 2, but 3 O's. I want to see who is still here, and I'll definitely reach out to you and show my appreciation in the comment section. But appreciate y'all. If you want to see some more videos that I did, some more projects that I work on, check these videos out right here or wherever they're on the end of the video. Peace out and see you next time.